That's all I need to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then over there.
Oh, over here? Okay.
I call it a spin.
Oh, a spin? That was a good spin. Woohoo!
Whoa! Can you do this?
Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Who have you seen do that? Bubba?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do it or not. No? Daddy can. Take it to Daddy.
Can you spin this ball on your finger?
Well, let me see if I can.
Got my blanket.
Can you, Daddy?
I'll do it like you did a while ago.
Okay. Now you have to go on your finger.
There it goes. Okay, y'all, it's time to cook supper. Tonight is definitely a night for chili or soup. We're going with chili. So we've got the ground beef. I'm gonna defrost this real quick. I've already got some potatoes in the Instant Pot. We're gonna have chili and baked potatoes. First, we're gonna make some bacon. Sorry, my microwave is loud, y'all. That thing is so loud. You know, it used to not be this loud until one time there was a really bad storm. I can't remember if it was like a thunderstorm or if it was when we had a really bad snowstorm and we lost power for a little while. When the power came back on and we used the microwave, you know, whenever after the power came back on, it made this noise. I don't know what happened there, but it's been a long, long time ago, like years ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, I thought you should be quiet. We didn't
It
even know
did.
it was running.
It was quiet.
Mash a button, you'd be like, did it even do anything? That storm hit, now it just buzzes just like a bumblebee.
It does. I don't know what happened. Something might be loose in there, but it's been loose for 4 years, so. All right, so I think that's gonna be enough bacon.
Bacon. Bacon.
You got super claws?
No.
He's always showing those muscles. Anytime we meet somebody out or anything, the first thing he does, that. And then that, yes. He shows his muscle, then he roars like a dinosaur, just like Daddy. He does that when we go out.
No, I did that when we first met 21
Yeah, he
years
showed
ago.
me his muscles and roared like a dinosaur, and that was
like,
it.
I was in the line at the grocery store and I was like, how'd you like to go on a date with me?
And I was like, yeah. Oh, and then he walked like a dinosaur like that too, and then I was
got my
hooked.
bags.
I was hooked.
I got my bag and I was like, see you Saturday.
Caught myself trying to make some tea back here without any tea bags. Of course, Paula Dean doesn't put her tea bags in.
Paula don't?
Paula lets her water heat up, then she takes it off the stove and puts her tea bags in and lets it sit for like 15 minutes. That's how Paula Dean does it. Y'all, we're gonna have to vacuum seal this bacon. I'm sorry, I was looking for something to put it in, not have to vacuum seal it, but
I just love me to come over and help you cook this
yeah, I'd
chili.
love for you. You do this, flipping this bacon while I vacuum seal it.
Well, I gotta make my roll.
See that, y'all? You tell them to do something they don't want to do, they don't want to help anymore.
It ain't that I don't want to help everyone. I'm in the process of making a healthy drink.
Bacon smells good though. Nobody can deny that. It smells good. Except for maybe my cousin Gina. Gina don't like the way ham smells when it's cooking. When she was little, I mean, this is just what I was told because I was born late.
You can't go by what you told, but
I was born late in the game, but
these stories can change a lot through the generation.
no, this one's right. Whenever my cousin Gina was little, she used to say, well, my mama a lot, because my aunt would be working at the restaurant. That's my aunt that had the restaurant. And so Gina would stay with my mom and them a lot. And anytime it was a holiday, yeah, anytime it was a holiday, Mama couldn't cook the ham yet if Gina was there because it was for real, it would make her sick. She couldn't stand the way the ham smelled cooking. So she might be that way about bacon, I don't know.
Now, I would help, but as soon as I reach in here like that, everybody's going like, woo!
Raptor line. See, Raptor, it's another dinosaur.
I'm working
thing.
on my cow trailer.
He's been trying to do
I
something
have
with dinosaurs.
absolutely washed my hands really good.
That stuff doesn't come off.
That don't
easily.
come off. I put it on my cow
You
trailer.
could probably get some sandpaper and sand your hands, but then
yeah.
that wouldn't be very...
That wouldn't be fit to cook with then either.
Oh, can you flip that bacon? Okay, so when this bacon gets done, we're gonna cook the ground beef in here with the bacon drippings. All right, so now we're just gonna cook the ground beef. While it's cooking, I'm gonna chop up an onion and some peppers. and we'll be draining all the beans. We're gonna use 1 can of light red kidney beans, 1 can of black beans, 1 can of chili beans, a can of tomato sauce, and some tomato paste.
There's some bad weather coming in. We got a little bit of tornado action going around.
Why is it on rainy days you like to put on the Beverly Hillbillies?
I was called Jethro a lot in school, the way I dressed. I'm not kidding you, people call me Jethro. Yes, Richard called me Jethro all the time. And Reginald. Richard and Reginald.
Were they brothers?
Nope. Turns out that,
They became cowboys?
no, they didn't come Cowboys, but I become the quarterback of the team, and Reginald was on the team, and he could really run, so me and him got to be pretty good friends.
Did he still call you Jethro?
No, started calling me Peyton Manning. I'm just joking about that right there, everybody. It was just a little phase we were going through as kids, and I always wore boots and stuff like that. Didn't affect me none. Here I am today, making chili in a thunderstorm. If I could go back, I'd keep wearing my boots. Fallon, of all the things that you've purchased, I really like this little
fun.
machine right here.
It's so
Well,
fun.
I think
Only
this
don't
is
do
fun.
broccoli.
Don't do broccoli.
Can you grab that tea jug out while you're in there, Jeff?
Talking about all these thunderstorms, now I'm going to tell y'all a little story right here.
Oh, story time.
Story time. Here we go.
Everybody get you something to drink.
Get you some tea.
Relax.
Get
This
you
could
some
take
ginger.
a while.
Well, this is going to be a good one right here.
Trust me, it could go 20 minutes, but I'll cut it down to y'all.
Now, she's going to cut a lot of me out right here, so we're just going to get straight to the point right here. And that's what I'm talking about right there.
It's not, no, it's not story. He thought it was bedtime story time,
No,
Daddy.
this ain't bedtime.
He was coming down for bed.
This is supper time. I was heading west, and I got out there around Wichita Falls, Texas.
Are you hauling cattle?
I'm hauling cattle.
Okay.
Hammered down. And all of a sudden, I get in a situation where I get invited to go unload my cattle over there at the cow sale, take a break, and I rested for 10 hours right there. My papa kept going, and my papa,
What happened to you?
the DOT shut me down. That's what happened. The DOT shut me down, so he made me go unload my cows over there and rest. My papa kept going, and because he was a little ways ahead of me. So Papa was one of these kind of guys that definitely never worried about nothing. I'm talking about absolutely, you never knew if something was bothering him, really. There's a guy who went with Papa a lot back then. He was a younger guy, and he was trying to learn how to haul cattle and stuff like that. So Papa would let him go and try to teach him how to handle that load and all. Papa got up there to...
So they're ahead of you.
Papa and Sprout. They hammered down right there, and they going across through there and get over there to Tulia, Texas. Okay? Let's say around Happy, Texas is where it was. Happy, Texas. Everybody's happy out there. They unload their cattle, and then they come back down to Matador. So, and I'm still down there around Wichita Falls at the cow sale. It's 10 hours later, so I get up, load my cattle up, and I start out through there. I'm talking to my daddy on the telephone. Daddy says, son, there's gonna be a lot of bad weather coming down through there. He's looking at the weather on the computer right there and everything like that. And he said, it looks like there's gonna be some pretty bad tornado type weather. Sprout calls me on the telephone. He's like, Titus, this weather's bad over here. I said, sure enough, Daddy told me it was gonna be some pretty bad weather. He said, oh yeah. There's people going everywhere right here. I said, sure enough, he's looking out the motel window there, and he said, people running everywhere, wind's blowing so hard right here, it feels like the walls inside this motel right here are shaking and vibrating. I said, good gracious, what's Papa doing? He said, Kenneth's over asleep. My Papa was like that. I'm gonna tell you, he really was. Red bell pepper. We got a weathered yellow and a green one.
Okay, that's fine.
It's yellow.
Yeah, it's yellow.
When it's cold outside. What month do we got?
The month of May.
May ain't real warm.
Yeah, May is here. It's warm in May here.
Oh, I know you, girl. Always editing me out of the videos. Every time all of a sudden I'm right here, everybody, and then all of a sudden y'all look again, can't see nothing but my tummy. She edited me out right before it got to the funny part too, where it really finna get funny. And I'm like, baby, what? And she's like, I couldn't use that part. I just couldn't use that. And I was like, sure enough. I've been edited out of videos a lot. It's hard to understand why one would remove you from their video, crop you out if you... I'm just kidding about that. Okay, now I'm going over here to stir this right here, everybody.
I got you.
You got me one of these things. I was going to use this right here, but she got me one of these, which I like wood.
I'm gonna go ahead and start putting in the seasonings while he's stirring.
Is this a different chili?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, this is a different chili than what you're used to on Moss Family TV.
Okay, y'all, we're putting in a 1/4 cup of chili powder, a tablespoon of ground cumin.
I'm making tea back here, everybody. Don't worry about me.
2 teaspoons of paprika. I'm gonna eyeball this one. Now we're gonna shake in some dried oregano leaves, and we're gonna put in this whole can of tomato paste. And we're gonna put in a 1/4 cup of water. We're gonna call this chili paste right here. We're putting 2 cups of beef broth, 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, and when this comes to a simmer, we'll go ahead and start adding in all the beans. And we are gonna drain and rinse them before we put them in. We're gonna add 1 can of tomato sauce. We might have to add a little bit of water. We'll see once we get the ground beef in. Before we put that in, we're gonna put in 1 tablespoon of sugar. Baths have been had, stories have been read. This is the chili that we had left over, and we had lots of potatoes left over. I made enough for the boys to have 2 because sometimes they might want to, but some people didn't even want 1 tonight. That's all cooled down. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator. This is still a little bit of leftover peanut butter cake. It's time for lights out. We took the Christmas tree out.
Tree down.
Well, it's not really down. It's still on the stand, but it's on the back porch. It was dropping way too many needles down. I mean, it was like, as soon as I would get them up, 15 minutes later, they were getting all over the floor again. So we went ahead and took it out. We do still have this little action over here though. We'll take it down before the weekend. So we'll just enjoy looking at it for a couple more days.